name's Katie Williams. I'm the director of Film New Orleans for Mayor Landrieu, and I run the film office here in the city where I'm the main liaison for all the productions, both local and coming from out of town, who choose New Orleans as their filming destination. Ultimately, if a project comes here and films their entire movie in New Orleans, every dollar they spend, they get 35 cents back in the form of a tax credit. But one thing that really sets Louisiana apart from other jurisdictions is that the state also will buy back that credit. They guarantee it at 86 cents on the dollar. So for a producer who's putting together a budget, they know without a doubt at a minimum what they're going to get on their return for their money spent in the state of Louisiana. Having the time, the 10, 11 years that we've had to really build the infrastructure, to build the camera houses and the stage spaces and the crew base, really helps to allow productions to spend as much as they can here in the state. At this point, we're looking at mostly about 70% of total budgets are spent in New Orleans. Production happens in 4 stages. You have the creative development, the pre-production, post-production, and then the distribution. And so what we believe is that in order for all 4 of those pieces to come online, you have to have the production piece first. It's incredible the amount of stage space that we have with second line stages in the NIM Center, and then even now at the NASA facility with Big Easy Studios. I think that's something that we're always going to need more of, always going to need additional space, and even more importantly than more, a diversity, so that there's different levels as far as cost go, because not every project can afford to set up in second line stages, but to be able to provide warehouse space that can fit the needs of smaller productions as well. I think 2011 was a huge year for New Orleans as far as the post-production realm goes. We had 2 very large post-production houses expand and relocate to the area. So it provided an opportunity for locals to really engage in that area of production. And I think moving on to the next phase will be that creative development. If that's really the goal of the incentives, is to find an industry that can support creative content being written, being produced, being created out of Louisiana and out of New Orleans. I think the challenges ahead of us are always going to be the crew base, always having enough supply to meet the demand. Every quarter I feel like we're always about half a crew short, and they're always, but in a sense it's kind of good because you have large projects like Green Lantern who brought a lot of their crew in, but with that comes expertise from LA. It comes like an apprenticeship opportunity for them to then work alongside our locals and teach them, if they've been in the industry for 25 years doing their craft, to be able to come alongside someone who's been in it for 4 or 5 years and really be able to invest in them and teach them along the way. We list the current projects that are here shooting as well as their contact information. So if you're interested in getting a job with the industry, there's a resume email there to send your resume as well as samples. And we work, all the time with people, helping them to kind of craft and get their resume into the right format with the right, information on it. If you have any interest in becoming a crew member or a vendor or some sort of support service for the industry, I would definitely encourage people to register themselves there. And then for filmmakers, it's an opportunity to look on there and see what's available. It's kind of like an online and constantly updated resource for them. We always love the projects that choose to base their story in New Orleans. It's kind of like there's ended up being a love story to New Orleans in a lot of ways. It really is kind of a great opportunity for people to see what New Orleans offers and to showcase our talent, both in our crew and our vendors and our infrastructure, but also just what a great place New Orleans is to shoot.
Where you at? Hello. This ain't just a film competition. We making a feature film here. Filmmakers registered, we give you a street corner. St. Anne and Raw, Dwyer and Michoud, Louisa and St. Claude, St. Bernard and Broad, St. Charles and Broadway, Bourbon and Bienville. You make a 5-minute film, 25 of the winning shorts get turned into a feature. Unique stories about unique neighborhoods. Register now. Timecode NOLA FF1, you heard me?